的吞噬之力。
你休想觊觎！
你谋杀分身的力量，
空间之心为我所有，
已达到100倍建筑之力。
作为能够瞬间化身为上万公里的，在半径1万公里的领域内，我的空间。
可恶的外族！
周围时空仿佛凝固了一般。炼狱材料已到场，走。难道？
Hello everyone, welcome to the Allrasta channel. Here I will share spoilers for Swallowed Star episode 206. Remember, this is based on the novel, so it won't be 100% similar to the Donghua version. Okay, without further ado, let's dive right into the story. After the departure of the guardian beast god, a stern warning was left for millions of heirs. Anyone who dared to attack King Blade River would be hunted down forever by the ancestral god sect. This sparked heated debate on Balhinia Island because the sect was considered to be giving Luo Feng special treatment, as if he were the legendary genius King Zhuchang. Realizing this strict protection, the Venerables could only retreat in frustration when they saw Luo Feng give a provocative smile that seemed to challenge them to try again. Aware that his body cloning technique had been exposed, Luo Feng planned to transfer his soul core to the safe territory of the human race using the God Country Transportation technique. He entrusted the Cloud Contact Vine and his world ring to his slave, King Honed Heart, to keep them safe while his main body moved freely without burden. With a leisurely stride, he walked across the island toward the inheritance site to continue his training, ignoring the bloodthirsty stares of his enemies who did not dare act. The news of Luo Feng's safety sparked great anger among the demon, insect, and automaton races, who now considered this human cloning technique a grossly unfair threat. The supreme leaders concluded that the only way to eliminate Luo Feng was through soul control, as destroying his physical body had proven futile. However, the threat of capital punishment from the sect made even the soul control experts afraid to approach the sacred area in pursuit of their target. Master of Skywolf exploded in anger when he learned that the ancestral god sect was demanding even greater compensation, despite the tragic death of Zhao Shi Venerable. The demon race was now in a tight spot because their assassination plan had ended up harming the Alliance and embarrassing their race's dignity in the eyes of the universe. With no other choice, they were forced to postpone their revenge plans and could only wait until Luo Feng emerged from the sect's powerful protection zone. Behind the tranquility of the Valley of Inheritance, Luo Feng finally completed the 3rd level of inheritance after going through hundreds of thousands of battles that sharpened his understanding to its peak. This extraordinary achievement officially elevated his name to the rank of 4th level heir and earned him direct praise from Ju Feng Venerable, who represented the great hopes of humanity. With his ambition burning ever brighter, King Blade River continued to forge ahead to prove that he was indeed worthy of being one of the most influential figures in the entire universe. Luo Feng gathered his human companions to request their crucial assistance in gathering in-depth information about the secret region of the ancestral god sect. Although his friends warned him of the great risk of losing the treasure there, they remained fully committed to supporting King Blade River's growing ambition. King Seven Sword and his team immediately moved quickly to comb through data from various factions to ensure Luo Feng had a complete guide before embarking on his solo exploration. Luo Feng's desire to leave immediately was triggered by his understanding of the law, which had reached the 20th floor of the Heavenly Bridge, and the urgent need to find the 3rd clone's body. He realized that the transition to the Immortal level with genetics equivalent to King Zhuchang's was the key to surpassing the power of the universe Venerables. The secret region full of special life forms became his main target in order to obtain the clone body that would determine his future dominance. After receiving detailed information for 16 days, Luo Feng immediately visited the Star Tower to strengthen his arsenal by integrating a total of 1,800 sealed stars into his star diagram. This increase in power was very important for him to maintain his extraordinary combat advantage when facing uncharted dangers in the secret region. With his star map now much more deadly, he felt ready to conquer any challenge while preparing himself to completely take over the Star Tower someday. Luo Feng's departure strategy was carried out very carefully through the use of Mosha's body, which was capable of perfect camouflage to avoid the scrutiny of assassins from enemy races. He ordered his slave named King Honed Heart to remain inside the mansion to guard the safety of his soul core, while Mosha's body moved stealthily towards the transport gate. This disguise still allowed five-color Aurora Lake to recognize him as the official heir, even though his appearance had drastically changed to that of another race. Without wasting any time, Luo Feng's Mosha body teleported to the front square of the Balhinia Island ruler's palace and headed straight for the iconic waterfall gate. He stepped into the water curtain to penetrate the space, leading to the most advanced secret region in the universe in search of unique life forms. This third body search mission officially began and became the first step for King Blade River in realizing his power capable of shaking the entire universe. Luo Feng began his exploration of the boundless secret region of the ancestral god, using Mosha's body to avoid detection before finally reverting back to his original human form. His original body was now much more resilient thanks to his mastery of the second form of Shiwu wings, which significantly increased his speed and chances of survival in extreme environments. With the help of advanced detectors, he moved nimbly through space while observing strange phenomena such as giant landmasses and enchanting but deadly floating mountains. Midway through his journey, Luo Feng encountered the cold whale nine-colored water phenomenon, a rare liquid with extraordinary destructive power capable of obliterating the traces of a universe Venerable's life. This beautiful nine-colored liquid is closely guarded by a universe master-level special lifeform called the cold whale, which will attack anyone who dares to touch the water. Realizing the fatal threat lurking, he chooses to remain vigilant and continues to accelerate towards deeper areas in pursuit of a much more valuable primary target. After 9 days of travel, Luo Feng paused briefly near a giant mountain range 6,000 light-years long to recover his energy and plan his next move. The big target he was aiming for as his third body was the World Tree, a unique creature that had the natural ability to manipulate the laws of space and time simultaneously. Of the 9 trees that existed throughout the universe, he specifically targeted one of the 5 World Master Level World Trees that reached a height of 40 million miles. The selection of the World Tree was based on its genetic superiority, which is thousands of times greater than that of humans, as well as its ability to stabilize the god country of an immortal fighter. In addition to having a massive godlike body with almost unlimited energy reserves, this sacred tree will also give Luo Feng a great advantage in understanding the path of time. With this third body, he has the potential to become 100 times stronger in suppressing his enemies when he reaches a higher level of power in the future. Despite feeling very excited, Luo Feng still harbored concerns about whether his internal world would be able to accommodate and develop a special life form as powerful as a World Master Level World Tree. He recalled the warning from the Primal Chaos City leader about the limitations of his internal world's evolutionary capacity, but his ambition to master the laws of space and time was far greater. With his resolve set, he continued the remaining 32 days of his journey to secure his future strength, which he hoped would be unmatched. Luo Feng is now targeting the 9 remoteness space, a region spanning 12 light-years that is extremely deadly yet holds the most valuable treasure in the universe. His goal is very specific: to obtain a leaf from one of the 9 world trees as the main ingredient for his third, extremely rare body clone. Although he realizes that this place is a forbidden zone that could even trap a universe master, he remains determined to obtain genetic power equivalent to that of a special being. At the peak of Thunder Island, the Primal Chaos City leader observed his disciple's bold move with anticipation and concern for Luo Feng's internal world capacity. He understood that the ancestral god sect's secret region had strict rules and often closed access to fighters from the 6 major races in the universe. The leader predicted that the success of the World Tree's body breeding experiment would be determined within the next 1 to 2 months. Luo Feng began his journey with great caution, using macro and micro detectors to avoid any danger zones scattered along the path to his main target. He chose the safest route available, even though it still required him to pass through 12 deadly points that were extremely risky for fighters below the universe Venerable level. Using world projection, he repeatedly performed short-distance teleportation to ensure that each step did not trigger unexpected spatial traps in the void. A giant space vortex suddenly appeared and locked Luo Feng's movement, forcing him to activate the full power of his second form, Shiwu wings, which now glowed golden. After successfully splitting the vortex with his silver wings, he was surprised to find himself thrown 300 light-years away to a mysterious land filled with exotic plants. Although this new location technically brought him closer to the 9 remoteness space, the alien environment shrouded in blue air was not listed on his map at all. The conditions on this mysterious land turned out to be very difficult because the blue atmosphere was able to block all ripples of space law so that Luo Feng could not teleport out. He was now trapped in an area completely isolated from the outside world and had to remain alert to the hidden threats that might lurk behind the unfamiliar mountains in front of him. Although his plans were disrupted by the appearance of the natural portal, Luo Feng continued to search for a way to escape in order to complete his mission of finding the World Tree. Luo Feng faced a difficult choice between returning to human territory or exploring this uncharted silent zone for the sake of time efficiency. His detector immediately revealed the existence of 10,081 natural wormholes arranged in a unique pattern resembling the core of Mosha's body. All of the portals surrounded a cone-shaped mountain peak that floated above a vast lake in the center of a mysterious basin. Luo Feng used Mosha's body to map the thousands of wormholes and discovered that they were all connected to various points around the central lake area. During this exploration, he found the remains of shattered armor and weapons, indicating that many other heirs had died in this remote place before. The disappearance of all valuables and gold rings from the location hinted at a threat or indigenous creatures that had looted the victims' remains. For safety's sake, Luo Feng moved his original body 6 billion miles away and ordered the Mosha clone to infiltrate one of the caves at the top of the cone-shaped mountain. While trying to pick up a rock, Mosha's body was suddenly shattered into pieces by a mysterious silver energy attack that emerged from the seemingly alive cave wall. Luckily, his black liquid regeneration ability allowed the clone to recover instantly and continue moving into the very quiet passageway. At the center of the mountain, Mosha's body found a pool divided into 5 colored sections with a very strong and sharp elemental aura. Above the pool floated a spherical crystal with 10,081 cut surfaces that alternately emitted transparent fire and water elemental light. This crystal was surrounded by dense spatial cracks, indicating that it contained massive power capable of disrupting the stability of the surrounding space. Luo Feng realized that such a powerful treasure must hold dangers far greater than just automatically attacking cave walls. The honeycomb-like structure of the spatial cracks could explode at any moment if disturbed by unstable energy. Although greatly tempted by the power of the crystal, Mosha's body remained on full alert to find out where the main danger or hidden guardians of this very strange place were. Luo Feng, hiding in the canyon, immediately accessed the human virtual network to identify the 5-colored pool and mysterious crystal discovered by his clone. With Babada's help, he learned that the phenomenon was the 5-colored abyss flower, a portal that absorbed the energy of the 5 elements from the origin of the universe. At its center floated the space heart, a crystal with 10,081 facets that served as the primary material for crafting the true treasure for the supreme rulers. Virtual information revealed that the space heart was extremely valuable because it functioned as a component of the original true treasure, capable of drastically accelerating the recovery of a god's body. This treasure allowed a universe master to absorb energy from the ocean of laws millions of times faster, so that severe injuries could heal in just a matter of years. The existence of this treasure is crucial for high-level fighters, so that they can freely burn their divine body power without fear of running out of energy during deadly battles. Luo Feng realized that the space heart had a value equivalent to his Shiwu wings, but unfortunately, the crystal had not yet reached its full maturity. Based on Mosha's clone's observations, the crystal's surface still showed spatial cracks and elemental turbulence, indicating that the solidification process was not yet complete. He was now faced with the difficult choice of either waiting in this dangerous area or letting this extremely rare treasure fall into the hands of others. While Luo Feng was hesitating, a 3-faced creature with a snake tail appeared, carrying a black staff to inspect the area. This mysterious creature had hidden the location of the 5-colored abyss flower for 3,000 eras, and slaughtered every heir who tried to approach it in order to keep it a secret. It planned to use the space heart to strengthen itself so that it would no longer have to worry about the risk of death when burning its divine body energy. The snake creature began scanning all 10,081 wormholes to ensure that no intruders were hiding in the caves of the cone-shaped mountain. Luo Feng was now in serious danger because the Venerable level serpent creature was very thorough in eliminating witnesses in order to secure the treasure it considered its personal property. With a black staff in hand, the 3-faced figure slowly flew towards the mountain peak to confirm whether the space heart it coveted was ready to be harvested. As Luo Feng hesitated, the serpent-like creature suddenly appeared in the mountain's central chamber and immediately sensed Mosha's disguised presence. Enraged that its secret was threatened, the Venerable Serpent immediately unleashed a powerful soul control technique to silence Mosha and prevent the location of the treasure from being revealed. However, Mosha's body, which was resistant to soul attacks, flew towards the five-colored abyss flower and threatened to explode if the enemy dared to approach. The threat of suicide panicked the serpent creature, because an Immortal-level explosion could damage the stability of the energy portal and thwart the maturation of the space heart that it had been waiting for thousands of eras. Elsewhere, Luo Feng's real body, which was hiding far away from the location, immediately left a spatial ring as a marker before escaping using God-country transportation for safety. Meanwhile, inside the mountain, the Venerable Serpent began to activate a powerful energy shield to lock Mosha's movements and destroy his communication device. Even though his communication device was destroyed, Luo Feng remained calm and intimidated the snake by claiming that he had a secret connection to the human race's virtual universe network. He explained that an emergency message containing his location coordinates would be automatically sent to the race's leaders if his connection was cut off or if he was killed on the spot. This clever bluff succeeded in making the frustrated three-headed snake hold back its anger, because it did not want the existence of its original true treasures to be known by other great powers. Amidst the tension of the negotiations, Luo Feng felt an extraordinary phenomenon where his life crystal began to vibrate and physically resonate with the space heart above his head. The two objects, which shared a similar structure of 10,081 surfaces, exchanged mysterious energy that began to rapidly transform Luo Feng's understanding of the laws of space. This rare resonance gave Luo Feng an unexpected advantage, as his understanding of the laws increased dramatically, dozens of times over in just a matter of seconds. Realizing the enormous advantage of the ongoing resonance process, Luo Feng deliberately pretended to be confused and thought deeply to buy time in front of the snake. The snake, unaware of this secret change, continued to press with a thunderous voice for Mosha's body to immediately state its demands as payment for the secrecy of the location. This high-risk negotiation strategy became a golden opportunity for Luo Feng to continue absorbing power from the space heart. Luo Feng used Mosha's body to stall for time by pretending to offer a protection deal to the frustrated three-faced serpent creature. At the same time, the life crystal within Mosha's body underwent a radical change as it continued to absorb the pure essence of the space heart, which was the core of the true treasure. This resonance process triggered an extraordinary surge in life levels, causing the life crystal to expand and contract many times beyond the normal limits of a world master. The transformation brought forth new, extremely intricate, and beautiful golden engravings on the surface of the life crystal, like a masterpiece of art being painted. The absorbed energy increased his physical strength and made Luo Feng's understanding of the laws of space merge completely with the universe, like a drop of water in the ocean. Luo Feng tried to hide his excitement while the snake creature in front of him was completely unaware that the treasure it was after was being drained of its energy from within. The tension peaked when the spatial cracks around the space heart suddenly disappeared, which the serpent misinterpreted as a sign that the treasure had reached perfect maturity. Full of ambition, the serpent creature lunged forward to claim the crystal after waiting for 3,000 eras without interruption. However, it was stunned to see the space heart begin to shake violently and develop numerous new cracks across its surface due to its loss of energy stability. The space heart finally exploded into pieces like glass and shattered into dust of light just before the serpent creature could physically touch it. Taking advantage of its enemy's panic, Mosha's body immediately jumped into one of the golden pools, which was a portal to the five-colored abyss flower to escape to a safe location. The three-faced serpent could only stare in shock as the thief disappeared, unaware that the essence of its treasure had now transferred into Mosha's body. An overwhelming sense of pain and despair enveloped the serpent creature after realizing that its long wait had ended in a total and senseless failure. It unleashed its fury by releasing a tremendous power, causing pillars of light to erupt and destroy the cave walls in the mountains. Although it suspected the involvement of the mysterious heir, it would never know that Luo Feng had successfully stolen the greatest evolution that had ever existed in the region. After jumping into the golden pool, Mosha's body was thrown off course toward the land of origin and landed in a void that turned out to be very close to his main destination, 9 remoteness space. Although he failed to reach the origin of the universe, He felt very lucky because these new coordinates drastically cut his travel time compared to the normal route. He immediately realized that his body had undergone a fundamental change that was far more valuable than simply possessing the physical form of the space heart material. The effect of absorbing the essence of the space heart increased the level of Mosha's body's life genes 100-fold, far surpassing the peak power of a typical world master. With this new power, he had now evolved to be on par with rare special lifeforms, and was able to tear through void space with just one powerful swing of his hand. This natural transformation provided Luo Feng with an extraordinary foundation of combat power to face threats from various peak races throughout the universe. Mosha's body teleportation ability also reached a new level of perfection, where he could now travel as far as 100 light-years without causing the slightest ripple fluctuation in the laws of space. This advantage made him equal to the universe Venerables, who were able to blend seamlessly with space, making his presence impossible to detect by ordinary enemy sensors. Luo Feng felt extremely happy because his inner connection with the spatial dimension now felt very intimate, as if he had become an integral part of the structure of the universe itself. In addition to physical enhancements, the new engraving of the law on the life crystal gave Mosha's body an extraordinary talent technique called Domain, which gave him absolute control within a radius of 6,000 miles. To test this mystical power, Luo Feng's real body appeared from God Country and ordered his sole slave, King He the Arrow, to completely lock the space in that area. The Domain technique proved to be truly magical, allowing Mosha's body to remain free to move around instantly even though the space around him had been completely locked down. The secret of the Domain technique is not conventional teleportation, but rather the ability to transform oneself into the element of space itself before reappearing at any desired point. This prowess meant that Mosha's body would never be affected by any space-locking technique, making him a figure who could manipulate space in the most deadly assassin. Luo Feng now had a new trump card that was vital for launching surprise attacks or escaping from the most dangerous situations in the secret region of the ancestral god. After transforming, Mosha's body now possesses teleportation abilities equivalent to those of a universe Venerable, allowing him to reach the 9 remoteness space in just half a day. This dangerous region, spanning 12 light-years, is known as the home of universe master-level beings and holds countless treasures that have claimed many victims. Luo Feng was eager to make the world tree his third body in order to gain the ability to manipulate space and time, as well as a massive reserve of godly energy. Luo Feng landed on Rock Island, a barren island full of rocks and waterfalls known as the safest zone for heirs to rest. Despite the peaceful environment, he found many remnants of armor and corpses of heirs who had died in battles with fellow fighters over valuable items. From the highest peak on the island, he was mesmerized by the view of the 9 remoteness ocean, whose waters could magically change color from golden purple to silver. For safety's sake, Luo Feng hid his real body in a cave on Rock Island while Mosha's body was sent to explore the vast tree island. He was very wary of the legendary 9 remoteness space because anyone trapped in it would find it almost impossible to escape alive. Mosha's body moved across the ocean with great caution until it finally arrived in front of Tree Island, which looked like paradise with its beautiful and enchanting vegetation. At the center of the island stood 9 magnificent world trees, with the strongest reaching a height of 360 million miles, equivalent to a venerable universe. In addition to the main tree that could rival the Universe Master, there were also 3 Immortal level trees and 5 World Master level trees, all of which were far larger than any other creature. Luo Feng realized that Tree Island was inhabited by many other intelligent plant life forms that could pose a serious threat if he acted recklessly without careful consideration. Mosha's body used a disguise technique to become a bunch of plant seeds flying in the wind so as not to arouse the suspicion of the tree guards. He moved very slowly, following the natural air currents for 3 full months in order to approach the World Tree area without being detected by enemy radar. Although impatience began to arise, Luo Feng remained focused on his mission to take at least 1 fallen leaf from the World Tree in order to begin the process of cloning his third body. After 5 months of disguising himself as a seed blown by the wind, Mosha's body finally reached the World Tree area, but was disappointed to find not a single leaf had fallen naturally. He tried to pull a leaf forcibly with 100 times the strength of a World Master, but the branch only bent and instead triggered a lightning counterattack that struck Mosha's entire body. Luo Feng realized that even though his target was only at the World Master level, genetic superiority and guidance from the parent tree gave his target combat strength equivalent to that of an Emperor-level fighter. Luo Feng, who was hiding on Rock Island, did not give up so easily and immediately revived Mosha's body to launch a second plan that was far more aggressive and deadly. He equipped his clone with the Flame God Crystal, an explosive crystal whose destructive power was capable of matching the peak attack of an immortal king-level fighter to injure a small part of the giant tree. His new strategy was to create a huge explosion under the dense foliage so that the tree's branches would break and scatter, allowing Mosha's body to quickly grab one of them before escaping. Mosha's body teleported back under the crown of the same World Master level world tree and immediately detonated the Flame God Crystal right in the middle of the dense green foliage. The explosion incinerated thousands of square miles of the area, but the scale of the damage was still very small compared to the giant tree, which had a diameter of 60 million miles. Amidst the chaos of energy and raging fire, Mosha's body deftly managed to grab a broken branch containing several world tree leaves and prepared to teleport out of Tree Island. Bad luck struck Luo Feng again because just as Mosha's body was about to disappear with his loot, a massive destructive energy suddenly appeared and instantly paralyzed all his movements. This tremendous power came from the strongest world tree, a universe Venerable, who was the father of the 9 trees and acted as the protector of their territory. Without mercy, the father destroyed Mosha's body, reducing it to dust to punish the reckless intruder who had dared to hurt his child and destroy the beauty of their island. The young world tree that was attacked felt very angry and humiliated, while his other siblings laughed at the helplessness of the intruder from another race who had failed to escape. The father then advised the youngest tree to immediately focus on breaking through to the Immortal level in order to have a more solid defense and not be easily disturbed by intruders in the future. In an instant, the world tree used its unlimited energy reserves to restore all the broken branches so that Tree Island looked pristine again, as if the explosion had never happened at all. Luo Feng realized that the devastating attack that destroyed his Mosha clone came from the strongest world tree, which possessed power equivalent to that of a universe master. He felt extremely angry because the ruler of the island had intervened directly just to protect a small branch that he had tried to steal for his third clone's body. Although feeling overwhelmed by the ruler's power to manipulate space and time, Luo Feng refused to give up and immediately devised a new, more sophisticated strategy to avoid detection by the strict surveillance. Luo Feng immediately revived Mosha's body in the human realm and sent her back to the 9 remoteness space using the God Country's transportation technique. This time, he devised a diversion plan by sacrificing a pinnacle king-level slave to detonate the Flame Origin Crystal as bait to distract the World Tree's attention. While the chaos ensued, Mosha's body, disguised as a small seed, would wait for the right moment to snatch the scattered leaves and immediately escape using his secret teleportation technique. The disguise process began again with Mosha's body slowly floating in the wind among millions of other seeds, towards the heart of the World Tree's residence on Tree Island. The parent tree did not actually consider the previous attack a major threat, but its main focus remained on protecting the main trunks of its 8 children so that they could continue to regenerate. Luo Feng hoped that within the next month, his seed would land in the perfect position so that he could execute his genetic sampling plan without provoking the wrath of the ruler. On the other hand, 7 powerful fighters from various races arrived at 9 remoteness space with the help of Venerable Black Crow's long-distance teleportation technique. This group posed a great threat because they were accompanied by King Bark Mirror, a top 10 invincible king-level heir who possessed genetic power 2,000 times that of a world master. Even though Venerable Black Crow was a universe venerable, he still felt out towards King Bark Mirror, who was known as a greedy hunter equipped with the true treasures of the Northern Territory Alliance. This elite group of hunters decided to land on Rock Island, which happened to be the location of Luo Feng's real body's hiding place in a remote cave. King Bark Mirror, who possessed extraordinary inspection abilities, began leading his companions to comb the island in search of valuable items left behind by the deceased heir. The encounter between the human genius and the most brutal hunting team on Bohemia Island has now become a real threat that could disrupt Luo Feng's entire plan to search for the World Tree. So what happens next? Let's wait and see in the next video, guys. Okay, thank you for watching until the end, and don't forget to support this channel with likes, subscribe, and comments. That's all from me. Bye.
去死吧！怎么可能？他看起来毫发无伤，